We'll go with the GitHub. I'll show you first thing actually how to generate the token in GitHub actually. Then afterward I'll move to Maven actually. Basically we are starting Maven today. Okay. So GitHub is done. I think almost all the commanded I did already. So if we need something in the future, we will configure that. So basically, I'll teach you how to generate the actually basically what token is and how we can find a token here. Basically, you can go to the GitHub. Okay. Basically, GitHub and Sureshi, I want. Yeah, we will go with the Maven because why I am going with the Maven because we need to understand very deeply what build is basically. Why we are building the project basically what project is what project build is what artifact is each and everything we need to know in better base. So because of that reason I'll start a Maven actually. So Maven you can do an integration from Jenkins as well. Let me complete this one first. But we can do if we do for Maven means you will understand the basic yeah. So if you want to generate the token here actually thing is just go to your profile setting. Yeah, GitHub here on my profile here, right click here. Okay, and go to the setting here. After going to the setting, this will pop up like this will pop up. You can see here. I want you to spend some time here whenever you have time. So just account here, appearance, accessibility, notification, billing and plan app, SSH, SP. This is GPS, organization. Each and everything will be there. But we need to go to the developer setting. Okay. Last, yeah, last in the end, we need to go to the developer setting. And after going to the developer setting, here can you see here? Here is authorization application. Authorize the basically this is not authorizing authorize application. This is authorizing the application because we are going to yeah we are. I am going to show. I'll show you in the future. I'll show you the use of this thing. How we are going to use this thing. So this is my personal access token. How you can generate the personal access token? You can generate by two way: fine grained token or token classic. I'm going with the classic one. See, you can see here generate the new token. You can generate the new token basically. Okay, classic from this. Click here. He'll asking is asking for credential actually because if you, credential if he have if anybody have my token means he will be able to uh, get into my this repository. This is the reason actually. Yeah, passport is wrong. I'm not sure. Mistake. 07, I think it's like that. Okay. Oh yeah, this is done. So see after he this access token. See he will ask you the authorization. Basically, see this line here. Basically, he will ask for authentication to who you want to authenticate. Basically who you want to give the access, so you can give the access here repository. If you select a repository here, whatever the repository you are going to build, see repository status, deployment, repo, invite events, all these whatever the specification you mentioned there and you have given permission, that permission will be given to the end user actually. If you want to access, if anybody have your personal access token they can access. So it's not a good idea to give access token to anybody. Okay, yeah, so this is like this. So you can select whatever you want here and generate here access token. And if you're able to generate that, so there, this can't be blank. So I already have access token actually. So I'm not naming here. So this is the thing here. This is the way how you can generate the access token. Actually, what is the use of access token that I'll talk in the time we need, that time we implement this token. Okay, just this was important information which I needed to convey to you, so I conveyed this. Basically access token means basically token means I'm generating the token, right? Other than see there is a two way of authentication. You can give authentication to the application, whatever the application you are going to build, either by first thing is either by your username or password. Okay, if you can give a user you can give authentication by username or password means basically you can access using username or password. But if we are in a command line interface, CLI interface, so we can connect our git repository, basically our git repository, our github, with the access token as well, this token. Okay, this much of information is enough actually. In the future you will know what is the use of this thing actually. Now we are going to talk about built. Basically authorizing, you are authorizing, see, where will be your application? Basically my application will be in GitHub, because see, I have an application here, right? My application will be in GitHub. Whatever the application I want to build, see, what will, where will be my source code? My source code are in GitHub. So if anybody want to integrate, if anybody want to join, and anybody want to get into your repository, how they will get in? They will get in through, either through your username or password. That will be with you, right? You cannot share a username and password with everybody. So other than not to give username and password, we can give them access token. From access token they can configure, they can access your whatever the source code you have in a repository. Basically they can access this, whatever the project you have, right? They can access, because you have given authentication. That will be alphanumeric letter, this code. So yeah, this is like this. Okay. So this is the thing here. So I am going to next part. Actually we are talking about the Maven here. What is a Maven here? Basically what is build tool? Basically let me talk about technology first, why we are in here. So see, what was the first thing actually? See, our first target is as a DevOps engineer or as an engineer, as I am, whether I am a test engineer, whether I am a DevOps engineer, or I am a developer, whether I am working in a token generation, XYZ, whatever, whichever team I am working actually, what is my first necessity? What is my first, why I am there? Because we have a requirement of application, right? We need to build the application, or what kind of application, that doesn't matter actually. Basically we have to build the application, that is our first target, right? So as I said, to build the application, basically to make the application means, if I do, suppose we are making facebook.com. Okay, facebook.com is not in the market, and we are doing www.facebook.com. Okay, we are doing facebook.com. If anybody go to there, www.facebook.com, that user should be able to access the application. Basically that is our target, because we have one choice, right? This www.facebook.com is already built it application. Okay, so what is the scenario will be here? Our scenario will be like, we need to only maintain this application, we no need to build this application from the scratch, because this is already built it. And another case, yeah, another case, if this is not built it, if this is not in the market, www.facebook.com is not in the market, then what will be the scenario actually? You need to know this. In any application, there will be a front end, back end, and a database. In any application, if I'm talking about application, or another term I can say front end, back end, and database, that will be equal to application. Okay, this is the one terminology, this is the one way of defining your application, yeah, one way of defining your work. If I says in another term, means if I use another terminology means to define this thing, so I can use my application will be of source code. First thing with the source code, and another thing is with library, configuration file, and dependencies actually. Okay, this is also equal to application actually. In another terminology, if I says this is also equal to application. As okay, as a norm, if I'm not an engineer, if I'm not a DevOps engineer, or if I'm not another type of engineer, you know so I can say this is application. But if I say DevOps engineer means front end, back end, and database. Or in another terminology, I can say source code, library file, configuration file, dependency file. Okay, this is the thing. So from where we are going to get, the first thing is, let me talk about this one to one component now. From where we are getting the source code? Now our target is to build this application, basically source code, library, configuration, dependencies, each and everything. This is ready application, basically this is ready application. So how we can get the source code? We will get the source code from the developer will build the source code, and they will pass the source code to where? To our repository, source code management tool, basically, or version control system that we studied. We studied about version control system, right? Whatever the developer is going to write, they are going to write so many codes, right? If we are talking about the Facebook application, there will be millions of code there. So hundreds of developer will be there. Whatever the code they are going to write, they will push this into a or repository, whether you are using GitLab, whether you are using GitHub, whether you are using Azure repo. That is our choice. We are a boss here, actually. We are boss to decide where we want our code to be. Okay, this was our next target. Until here we are okay. We knows how to push the code, actually. We know how to push the code into a repository from the local to the repository, how to make the connection, the remote connection. We know what is a stage working area, staging area, what is a git commit. We know what is a local repository, what is a centralized repository, right? We have very good understanding about what is a cloning there, what is a forking there, what is a stashing there. We know how we can reset if by mistake we have done some kind of staging, or we can how we can rebut or commit, what kind of commit we have, if we have done some kind of wrong commit, that we have, that we knows, actually. So now coming to next stage. So what is the stage next is, basically I have a source code here, only a source code I have here. So what is the thing, next process is or build means whatever the source code are coming, actually basically our task is to build that, right? We have a concrete or first second thing is to build the home, right? To build the home, we need to build the wall. Basically we need to go build the wall. This is what we are going to do here, build. In another term you can say integration. Basically if I say in integration, that is integration as well. If I say integration, generating artifact. If I say artifact as well, this is fact. If I say artifact means artifact is the same term. If I say packaging is the same term, and built is the same term. This is the same term, actually. If I say build, integration, artifact, or packaging, or build, any term, these terminology are same, basically. So what we are going to do, whatever the source code we are going to build, actually we are going to have from the source code management. We are going to take those source code, those code from the repository, and we are going to build the project, basically. Okay. So what are the build tool here? So we had a very deep understanding about here two tools. We used two tool here, basically. We use a distributed version control system here, right? GitHub, and first was a Git and GitHub, and another one was Azure repo, right? We had a very good understanding about these things, actually. So Azure repo here, what we are going to do, build, we are going to do from the Maven. We are going to use the Apache Maven, basically. Okay. Apache Maven, and apart from Apache Maven, there is another tool like, sorry, yeah, Apache Maven, and another one is Ant. Okay. This previously we used to use, actually. Previously this is something like, we are not using centralized version control now, right? We are using distributed version control. Same, we are using Maven nowadays. We are not using Ant, actually. This is old version nowadays. So another is a Gradle. This is very good tool, actually. This is in the market, but we knows about the Maven, so we are going to go with the Maven. There is we are not creating any controversies between the tools, basically. Okay. So this is the thing here, Maven. We are going to do the about the Maven. So now we are going to generate the build, actually. Basically, we are going to generate the build. If I say we are going to generate the artifact, okay, artifact. So how, this is same terminology. Okay, same terminology. This is the same term. Process is same for all, means this is the same terminology, so process is same. So another thing is, we are talking about artifact here. What artifact will be equal to? Okay. Artifact, we are talking about a artifact here. So basically artifact will be equal to, first thing is to compile. We need to compile the code first. Okay. We need to compile the code, and then afterward we need to test the code, and after testing the code we need to generate the code. This is the process of generate the code, basically packaging. If I say in another terminology, we can do a packaging as well. Okay. This is what we are going to do. This is what we are going to do, actually. Basically if I say artifact means, If I say artifact means that is with the source code, library file, configuration file. If I say like this, I can say like this as well. Okay, this is equal to this. uh, Artifact, or in another term, if I say artifact means artifact is a combination of source code, library, configuration plus dependencies. Okay, this is equal to this. This is equal to this. Like application source code, library, configuration, dependencies, file equal to artifact. Artifact equal to compile plus test plus package. So see what is the process here, what is the thing here, what is the logic here. Basically what we have from source code management here, we have a source code management. From source code management we have only source code, library, configuration file, dependencies, each and every component of whatever required to build the house, to build the application, can say. Okay, so we are going to generate that from the Maven, using Maven. With, see, if you want to build the house, you cannot build a house only with the wall, only with the concrete, sorry, only with the concrete you cannot build. You need a cement, each and everything, right? This is my concrete, source code is my concrete, but I need a library, configuration, dependencies file as well. Basically I need a cement, each and every component I need, so I can polish that. So that is the reason like this. Okay, this is the reason. So we are integrating this library, configuration file, dependencies file. We are going to generate the artifact here, that we are going to use by process. We are going to follow one process, we are going to follow one trend here. Basically compile, test and package we are going to follow here. Okay, so this is the thing scenario. What I am going to do, actually, basically I am going to select one project object model. Okay, we have I think this is around 3 to 9, I think this is around 3 to 93 now, total number of project. Basically POM, project object model, this is a project object model, this is full. This project object model, basically, see, if I want to build the if I, okay, suppose I want to buy a ready-made house. Suppose I want to buy a not ready-made house, suppose I want to buy a ready-made door. Okay, I will have some sort of door configuration, basically 7 by 4 or 5 by 6 or 3 by 4 or whatever my house is like, right? So according to that I have a door, right? I'll go to the market and I'll buy according to the whatever specified requirement I need. So according to that, actually thing is here, same thing is here. 3293 project object model, basically project object model frame, basically if I say is frame of model are there. Okay, if you want to create the application, basically from the frame, if you want to create the application, so other than, what is the choice you have? One choice. Yeah, basically these are the templates. Okay, so we are going to use the we can build the application. Basically we are here to build the application, so these are the templates basically. And project object model. Okay, we are going to generate one pom.xml file. Okay, we will generate one pom.xml file, project object model.xml file. In this we will have a library, dependencies and configuration file. Basically I'll have a dependencies to build the application in this. Okay, project object model is a template, project object model.xml is a dependencies. We are going to mix this thing together, we are going to configure this, how compile, test and package. So after that we will generate the artifact. Basically if I say artifact means that is ready to deploy application. This is ready, something your butter chicken is ready, you no need to put a coriander as well. Okay, you no need to add a coriander, that is ready to serve, this application is ready to serve if I have a artifact here. Okay, clear and cut. So let me save this and I'll pass this to you. Ready to build application. So after setting the environment for deployment, your application is ready for deployment. You can deploy anywhere. This is done industry. So let me go to the project side. So I am going, actually see, I am going configuring Maven from the AWS DevOps. AWS, not DevOps actually, so AWS cloud. Okay, so AWS cloud I am going to do, actually basically we are going to create the machine here AWS. Do you have idea about these things? Basically you need to create one account, Sureshi here, 1 year. This is, we can build using, see, this is, actually see, another thing is, this is actually this one is uh, Java based tool. Okay, Maven is Java based tool. If we have a project of Java, so whatever the project built we are going to do, we are going to do using Maven. Okay, this is a built tool basically. Okay, now coming to whether you are creating Azure pipeline, whether you'll create Azure or DevOps, Azure or AWS or GCP, that is your choice. Basically, yeah. Actually, see why I need to show you built, what built is equal to. So because I have to teach you Azure DevOps. Actually, whatever the Azure DevOps side. See, this is Azure DevOps, right? Let me go there. So next, I'm teaching you both ways, like AWS way as well. So I'll teach you by both way, like Azure DevOps as well, AWS DevOps as well. Okay. So we are going to generate here. See pipeline. Okay. I'm going to the pipeline. Let me show you something. Okay. This is a create pipeline. Basically, we are going to create the pipeline here. Okay. Okay. This is the pipeline. Okay. This is the pipeline here. Mm, let me show you how to create a pipeline in Azure, so your mind will be little bit okay there. Okay. So see, I went to a pipeline here basically. Okay, and I went to pipeline here and I use the classic editor here. Okay, and see he's asking for the source code. Now in pipeline he's asking for the source code. Where is your source code? Okay, let's see, my source code are in GitHub. So see, I said a personal accession. See, I have to give one what service connection here. Can you see here what he's asking? He's asking authorize your application or another thing. Authorized with the personal access token. Okay, if you click here means you have to add the personal access token. Otherwise, how you can access? You can authorize using username and password. There is a two-way of authentication. This is authenticated. Now it will show me the repository here. These are my repository here. Okay. This is a Java project. Awesome Java project. This is not, I think. Just showing you demo. Okay. I'm not going here. This is because I'm going step by step. Otherwise, you will be confused. So I'm showing you step by step. Actually, you will understand. You will have a fair bit of idea what we are going to do in the future. Our branch is by default master. Okay, if you want to change here, if you have another branch, then you can change. See now. Okay, we are talking about a build here, right? We are talking about the build here. Basically what we are going to do, okay, we are going to run the empty, let me, so here see we are going to build. Okay, so here is a Maven. Can you see here Maven? One way is like this, we are going to build through a Maven. Okay, see I do apply here Maven, that will be built it something like this. If I define here something means that will be built it basically. Okay, so before that, I want to show you what is a, see here POM.xml. He's taking POM.xml. Yeah. So I'll teach you, because other than going here, we will come here after actually. Before that, I- yeah, yeah. Yeah. My thing is to make you understand in easy way. Okay. So this is the, if I go directly here means you will be confused from where this POM.xml. See if I say, because the time I'll teach you project, actually I have to configure here something. So you will be confused, this is pom, what is this pom.xml, you will be confused, right? If I teach you Maven means you will understand, okay, this is a dependencies and configuration file, how you generated, okay, okay, from there you generated, you will understand that, right? You will have a fair bit of understanding there. So this is my thing here. So see, yeah, so I'm going very deep actually as a fresher to the advanced level. So see, another thing what we are going to do, we are going to do, basically you need to create one account in AWS. Okay, with your visa card you can create, and that is free for 1 year. That is free for 1 year. Basically for some of the services are paid, you need to consider, you need to keep eye there. So if you want to search anything here, you can search here, because you need just little bit of idea about AWS too, right? So because it will be very very helpful for you. So EC2 is like a virtual machine. Basically we are creating virtual machine here. In Azure DevOps this is called EC2. In Azure DevOps that is called virtual machine, here we called EC2. Okay, so this is already running here. I'm going to close this thing. I don't want this to be interrupted, let me stop this instance. If you want to stop this instance, you can stop this instance like this. And another thing is generate the instance, launch instance here. Okay, we are going to launch the instance, and this is my Maven hyphen class. Okay, this is my Maven hyphen class. So there is a one method here. Another thing is each and everything, see, you can select here whatever the operating system you want to select. That is your choice, you are a boss here. What do you want to select here? Okay, whatever you want to select you can select here. And another thing is key pair. See the key pair here, you need to select the key pair. Basically you need to create the key pair here. Okay, how to create the key pair, I'm going to show you that. To generate the key pair, basically you need one tool here. Okay, go to your this, you need to go to Google, and you need to install one putty tool here. And please install a putty tool 0.77 version. Okay, putty 0.77 for version. If you go here, you will be able to go here, you will be able to see here. Let me connect. 0.7 you have to configure. Basically if you configure 0.77 means you will be able to see. Here you need to do what I already have. Actually I am not installing, so what you need to install 64-bit x86. You need to install this thing, and after installing this thing something like this will pop up. Okay, then after what you if you do a putty here, see, can you see here two things are coming here. One is a putty, another one is a putty gen. So first we have to generate the key. First case, this is our first. So you need to go to the putty gen. Okay, you will be redirected like this here. And after redirecting here, actually basically let me show you. Actually I need to show you. Okay, so now go to your this. So create a key pair. Okay, you just need to do here, create a key pair. If you do a create a key pair here, so what you can, there is a two this is the private, this is a public key, this is a private key. Okay, this one is a public, PEM is a public, this one public key, and PPK is a private key. So basically you need to create the key pair here, whatever the name, whatever the name you want to give, just create key pair. It will be downloaded here. Can you see here, it will be downloaded. We have to download the public one. Public one will be downloaded from the server. Okay, let me launch this one. After downloading that, launch that one. Okay, and after launching that, see, please see the location here. Where is my this key is downloaded? This key is in my download folder. Okay, this is my Maven class PEM. Okay, so after what I need to do, I need to go to the putty gen. Okay, don't generate here, I need to load. Okay, I need to load here, and after loading here, what I need to do, after loading I need to go to the PEM wherever my this file is. See, don't forget to change this one to the all file. If you go to the ppk, it won't show. If you do to the all file, it will show. See, click here and just open that. Do okay, and don't do anything. Don't load now. You just need to save a private key. Okay. After saving, are you sure? Yes, I am sure. So he is asking for name. Let me put the name Maven build, and just put a name Maven build. Don't change anything here. Just save that. Okay. After saving, our putty gen work is done. We no need to do anything in the putty gen now. Go to the putty now. This is little complicated. If you go to the video, you will be able to see. Okay. Now our target is to check whether this is running or not. This will be running. See, this instance will be running like this. Go to the running. Okay. This Jenkins one is stopped. Yeah, this is running one. This is our this right Maven class. Just click here, and you will find two kind of IP here. Okay. Under secure, it's under detail. Under detail, you will find two kind of IP here basically. One is my public IP, another one is private IP. One is public IP, another is private IP. I just copy the public IP. Okay. Go to the partition tool here. Okay. Go to the host name, whatever the IP you have copied, paste that. Okay. And go to the SSH. Open the SSH and just click on authentication. Don't do plus here. Don't do plus here. Just click on authentication without doing plus here. First we have to go to that connection, then first we have to go to the SSH, then afterward to the authentication. And can you see a browse here? Just click on browse, then you will be able to go to where our ppk, whatever the ppk we have generated. Where we have generated the ppk, we have generated the ppk in the download, right? This is our build. This will be like TV, old desktop. This will be like old desktop computer, like. Okay. Open that, and after opening this, just click on open again, and you will be gone here. Accept that. Okay. Type here ec2 user, ec2 hyphen user, and you will be able to connect to the machine. Let me change the font size here. Let me do the change setting here. Appearance, from appearance you can change the font size. Let me make it 14, or let me make it 16, so it will be visible to you. Okay. So basically there are three type of user in Linux actually. Okay. One is a normal user, another one is a root user, another one is a sys application user. Okay. Here if you see a dollar here, basically we have three user. One is application user, another one is a normal user, another one is a system user or root user. If you see a dollar here, okay, if you see a dollar here in the browser, basically we are in a server now. Basically what we are doing, we are in a machine now. We are creating what, we are we are in a machine now. We are creating server here. Basically we are creating build here. So I'm in a normal user, so I don't want to work in a normal user, because in normal user there will be limitation, right? Because he cannot change each and everything. As a normal user, he cannot change each and everything. For that, I want to get into as a root user. So to change to the admin user or root user, that is sudo su. Command is sudo su. So now can you see the hash here? We are a root user now. If you see a dollar here, we are a normal user. Okay, if you do a ll here, it will show me the long list. There is nothing here. Okay, this is our target. This is done and dusted actually. Now what is the thing here, what we need for Maven? First we need to install the Java. We need, because this Maven is Java based. Can you see here, this is Maven is Java based. So first we need Java in our machine. So what is the command to install Java? This is the command yum install Java. Okay, you will be able to see here. Is it okay? Yes, do yes here. Okay, this is the process of, if you say Java hyphen hyphen version. If you say Java hyphen hyphen version means you will be able to see here. Can you see here what we have? We have a Java here OpenJDK 17.07. Okay, this is installed here. Basically, this is installed here. Let me check the another thing. Whenever you are working in a DevOps, actually, don't forget to check the documentation. Basically, we are learning about the Maven, so don't forget to check the documentation of Maven. Basically, okay, this is my Maven documentation. You can check each and everything. You will find each and everything here. As I said, Maven is from Apache. Apache is a company who is running the Maven, actually, who is owning the Maven. Sureshi, am I audible to you? Sureshi, am I audible to you? Sureshi, am I audible now? Sureshi, are you there? No problem. No. Yeah. Is it okay now? So, see, this is the thing here. So, documentation is very, very important here. You need to spend some time here on documentation, basically. So, see, you can see here. This is the download. Actually, we are going to install. We are going to install the Maven using binary installation method. Actually, see, this is my system requirement. Okay, this is my system requirement. Maven 3.9 requires JDK 8 and above to execute. Okay, this is my requirement. These are the thing, actually. You can go through here what we need. So what we need, actually, you need to go to the this link. Just right click here and copy the link address. Just right click and copy the link address. Don't do control C, control V. Just right click and do what you need to do. You need to do a wget here, and after doing wget, whatever the link address you have copied, just right click here. You have to right click, control V won't work here. So after doing this, if you see ll here, see, this is installed, but this is zipped one. Actually, this whatever the I installed, this is a zipped one. This is in zipping form. So problem here is, see, this is in a zip form. To unzip this is not actually this application, this is not extracted one. So to use this zipped one, we need to extract this, right? So to extract, there is a command here in Linux, tar hyphen, this is xzf, these are the flag. Basically this flag help us to extract the file from here. Okay, this is our what we want to extract this from. Now I'm giving the location. Basically I'm giving the location C. Control C is to extraction. This is used for extraction. Now I'm giving a location opt. Okay, what, sorry, yeah, that is our choice. Okay, if I do a enter here means, so we are in ec2 user here, we are in a ec2 user. I need to change the location because my these extracted file are where. If I do a ll here, long list here, there is no file here, there is no extracted file here, right? We need to go to opt. Okay, if I do a ll here, I will be able to see here apache this. Okay, so this is the thing here. Basically this is the thing here inside opt. Now what is the thing here? Now I was talking about project object model in Maven. So let me check how many object model I have. So command for this is archetype generate. This is archetype generate. This is the command. Basically I'll get a project object model how many I have. See, there is a thing here. Bosh, what was she saying? Command not found. Whatever the command I have mentioned here, this is right. Basically there is no spelling error as well. Can you see here? Each and everything is, we need to install our environment variable here. Basically, okay, as we are installing, see, we are if you are installing java, right, we have to define the environment variable. Same way here, to install the, we installed the maven, right? We are install, basically we, to run the maven, we installed the maven already. To run the variable maven, we need to have a environment variable defined here. Okay, so environment for maven is export. This is the environment variable basically. Okay, home equal to, where this is inside opt, and this is the path. I am defining the path basically. Okay, this is the export. This is my first thing. Another thing is export m to home. Export path equal to path. Path equal to dollar path. This will be equal to dollar path, and this will be separated by colon, and after dollar this will be equal to m2 home. All has to be capital, no small letters here. And this is inside bin. This is my environment variable basically. Okay, these are my environment variable for an maven. Okay, if I do a maven hyphen hyphen version means my maven should pop up. Okay, now before it was not showing any maven, now it's showing. We have a maven. What version of maven we have? 3.9.2 maven version. This is our maven version. Let me run the same command again. Okay, with the up arrow or down arrow you can generate, you can see the previous used command. See, this was my command, right? Let me do the archetype generate. We will get a project object model from here. See, yeah, you can see the number now. Number will pop up now. See, total is 3293. Okay, what he is asking me, what he is asking me, 20660. Okay, let me check what is 2060 here. Let me check 2060 here. Whenever you are working in end to end, actually you no need to worry because your project manager will give you this model number. Okay, this is my 2060 means this is archetype which contain a sample maven project. So what we are going to build, basically we are going to build the one sample maven project. If I say this number, okay, if I use another number, if I use another number means this will be, see, this will be sample web based project. So there are different projects actually in this. Okay, so let me go there. Let me do a 2060 here, enter. And whatever the version, see, this is my version here. Let me do a 8, whatever you can give any number, but I am going with the latest actually 8. Okay, now my group id, whatever your group id is, you can give anything. I am giving a tech.com. You can give anything whatever you want to give. Okay, and artifact id you are going to generate the artifact, right? So I'm giving we are going to generate the artifact, we are generating the artifact of Java, right? So I'm giving a jar project basically. Okay, jar project I'm going to give artifact id. Snapshot no need to give, if you want to give can give. Tag.com you can give, I don't want to give here. Then capital Y. Okay, now see my build is successful. Okay, if I do a ll here means basically my jar project is ready. Okay, basically my jar project is ready. Basically this is my sample jar project. Okay, this is my sample jar project actually. So see, let me go to the this jar project first. What is inside here? Let me go here. Let me do the tree here. See, command not found. Why command not found? Because we don't have a tree here, we need to install the tree. Let me do a hyphen y as well. Hyphen y with hyphen I no need to say yes here. If I do a tree here means, can you see the tree structure here? POM.xml file is here, generated already. We have source main java www.tech.com app.java. Let me go here. What is inside here? Let me go here. To go inside, we have a command cd. First is src, another one is main, another one is java, another one is www, another one is tech, another one is com, another one is, okay, we can go only here because this is a directory, we cannot go here inside. Okay, so let me go here, we are inside a com here. Now can you see here com? Let me do ll here, long list here. We have app.java here. Basically we have a app.java here. Okay, this is our thing here. Okay, if I do a beam here means basically if I do a beam of app.java, this is inside app.java. Okay, this is app.java. Basically this is our thing what we need to deploy if we want to deploy. Let me this is hello world, right? Let me edit this thing. Basically this is our, yeah, application. Welcome to your first Maven build. Okay, just escape here, just escape colon and x. Escape. To insert the text you need to write I. Okay, if you want to change, if you don't want to change, it will show you hello world. Now it will show welcome to the first this. Okay, now what I need to do actually basically sorry, that is your choice, that is our choice. And if you don't want to save there, you just do a colon q. Okay, that will exit. If you want to save and exit, then it will, you need to do a colon x. Okay, this is a command, 4 stages I have to go, right? I'm inside main now. Where I'm inside main now, again I have to go back actually. Step I need to go back, I'm in a jar project now. If I do a ll here, see my source file is generated, right? Basically my source file is generated, you can understand what is inside generate. See, first I have actually, see, I have made some kind of changes. Okay, for that I need to validate. If you no make any changes, if you no make any changes here, you no need to validate. Basically I need to validate. Okay, so validate, because it will show me the whatever the validation I have done, my build is successful here. Okay, now coming to this, now coming to this artifact is equal to compile test plus package. First we are going to compile. First is maven compile. First thing is maven compile. Let me do a compilation here. This will be compiled basically. Okay, this is compiled here basically. Let me show you the tree structure here again. See, now this target file will be generated. If I do a ll here, this target file is generated. This target is generated now. See, yeah, before source is generated. Source is generated from validation. Validation, right? Now this will be generated. Yeah, target is generated. Now let me go inside target. Let me show you what is inside target now. CD target. What is next? target, and let me do a tree here first. Okay, PD, my the location is target and classes. uh, Third thing is www dot tech dot com, and here we are. Okay, if I say if I go to a beam, and if I say app, a is capital here, you need to see a is capital here, test dot java. This is my file, this is test java file, this is generated, there is nothing here actually. Okay, let me show here. Basically, if I do a cat here, I can do a cat here as well. Okay, there is a, I can do a cat here as well, app. There is nothing here, basically there is nothing here. Yeah. Basically I did actually see tech.com. I need to do app.class actually. Okay, let me do a, let me do, I did one mistake actually, I was checking this one. So see, I need to do app.class. Okay, I don't need to go to app test.java. Okay, I need to check the app class. Okay, basically if I check this one means, can you see here what are the thing? Basically this class file is generated, class file generated. Compilation means we compile normal language into machine language. Okay, this is machine language, we cannot read this. Okay, basically, yeah, if I compile, that means that will be compiled into a this. So what was our next step? Maven test. First we did a compilation, then we need to do the test now. Let me do the test now. Right. Another thing, see, I have done, see, another thing what I want to show you, I did Maven test in different location. Where I am right now, I am in a com here. Okay. So location is very, very important. So where we need to test, actually we need to test inside jar project. Okay. If you run the command in another location, it won't. It will give you error like build is failure. So not to have that, let me go back. Okay. Right. Otherwise, we cannot, because we are compiling in another place, that is not possible. Okay. Right. Each and everything, every operation we have to perform from there. Now, where we are now? We are in a, here. We are in a jar project now. Okay. Let me go to the jar project action. Let me do the Maven test now. This will be successful now. Okay. This will be successful now. Okay. It will show the success. Build is successful now. See what it done. Test run is 1, failure is 0, error is 0, skipped is 0. Okay. So now what is our next target? Let me show you the, yeah, this test is generated here. Now what is our next target is Maven package. We need to do the Maven package. If we do the Maven package means it will package the application. Basically what we are going to generate here, basically we are going to get the artifact here. Okay. If I show you a tree here means, see, this is generated here, this one is generated. Okay, this is our, basically this is our, basically this is our artifact here. Okay, and this is our artifact here. If I do a cp here, uh, let me do a cp of this is the target actually. Let me do a cp of this is inside target, right? So target, you can see here what is inside. Okay, this is a tree like structure, so you can go here, you can see here target, right? This is a target here. Inside target you will have this, copy this one, and you can copy this one, and you can select the destination where you want to copy, or let me show you one thing actually. This is a jar actually. Okay, let me do this one, www.tech.com. Okay, if I do a www.tech.com dot, I need to do app. Okay, it's showing the class path method. Yeah, don't stress here, Sureshi. I am doing some kind of experiment basically. Okay, I am copying this into this. Actually, I copied this into that. Okay, I wanted to copy this into, actually I give a different location. I want to copy this into a temp basically. Okay, let me do a copy of this into a temp actually. Okay, uh, cd. If I go to the cd into temp, you will be able to see whatever the, you will be able to see the snapshot of whatever the snapshot I have made here. You will be able to see that, right? This is my, basically this is my jar project. Actually I have pushed this into a temp. Actually in the future if I need means, I will be able to see here. Yeah, okay. So this is the thing here, what I needed to make. Other than this, what I need to do, basically let me do one thing for you. Actually, so we are in a temp right now. Let me go to the jar project again. Okay, where is our jar project? Basically our jar is in opt. Okay, this is inside. Okay, let me go inside jar project now. Again, this is my jar project here. Let me go here. I'm inside a jar project now. Okay, I'm inside a jar project. Let me define the class path method. Actually I have to define the class path method, so I will be able to, this is my target. Okay, this is my target. Basically my, this is my, this is my project, right? Okay, basically this is my project. So what I need actually, www.tech.com dot app. Don't forget to mention this. Okay, a is capital here, app. So see, basically I define the class path here, right? Basically I define the class path. I kept this for future actually. If I need this for, I will be sure there that this is in temp. So this is what we want to build. Welcome to our first Maven build. Okay, this is the project actually. Basically, we have generated the what artifact here. Okay, this is done and dusted actually. Okay, and just took little bit time. Right, 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 right. Okay, so this is done for the today, Sureshi practice, and tomorrow we will connect. Tomorrow I'm not sure actually. Saturday